My lords, today I bring report regarding a marvellous find by Dr. Deckard in the Hauer system. It appears the Doctor and his team have identified a new, unique, and incredibly old design for some sort of gateway. The Doctor has named this device a Tannhäuser Gate, or T-Gate for short. I shall detail his report for you now. Science Officer Deckard, commanding the science vessel Runner, personal log. I gazed out of the main viewport as our vessel entered a new, uncharted solar system, already pre-designated the Hauer system by the text back home. Long gone are the days we actually get to name the systems we explore. Nothing overly noteworthy had been raised regarding the system. There were 9 planetary bodies orbiting a G-class star designated Orion. None of the planets were deemed to be habitable to humans based on the long-range scans, but nevertheless the Commonwealth continues to expand at an ever-increasing rate. As always, real estate is required. Despite the lack of ships detected on long-range scans, upon translating in system, the runner's cloaking systems were fully activated. Better safe than sorry after all, and you never know what in Blorg is out there. Upon entering the system, the ship's automated scans got to work, and within several minutes had pinged several items for our attention. There was a fairly large debris field that would require further investigation. A number of what appeared to be mining drones or automated defensive ships were active. A faint signal was emanating from one of the planets, but by far and away the most intriguing was a ringed structure floating through space. Upon first inspection of the images, it appeared to be a gateway, inactive, but small, far smaller than the gateways and L-gates we had discovered previously. We immediately wondered if this was a new gateway network. Our first task would be to deal with the automated drones, which appeared to be patrolling around the ring. Fortunately, the runner was equipped with the Commonwealth's most cutting-edge cloaking tech, and the drones appeared to be fairly rudimentary in design. As such, we simply approached each drone, 3 in total, and once we closed to a range of under 1,000 kilometers, fired our asteroid cutting laser directly at what was identified as their central processing unit. All 3 drones were quickly and efficiently deactivated, allowing us to explore the system and investigate this ring unimpeded. We moved the runner into visual range of the ring, and as we approached, I gave the order to initiate scans, hoping to gather as much data as possible. The instruments hummed into life, and a stream of information began to pour in. The readings were unlike anything we had expected. The ringed object appeared to be an intricately designed structure that defied conventional explanation. It was not a natural formation, that much was clear. The ring was composed of a complex arrangement of materials ranging from dense metals to crystalline substances that we couldn't identify. The object's surface was adorned with patterns that seemed mostly artistic in nature, though whether they held any meaning remained a mystery. Our scans of the object continued. It was clearly artificial, but its origin and purpose remained utterly enigmatic. Speculation began amongst my bridge officers. Petty Officer Priss put 20 credits on a gateway to an alternate dimension. Walsh went for a religious monument built by some misguided, long-dead spiritualistic empire. The truth, it appears, would elude us, for now at least. While scans of the object continued to run, we picked up a signal from one of the now barren planets in the system. The signal appeared to be a beacon of sorts, repeating the same message at standard intervals. The message is currently being translated, but it appears to be a distress call or a warning, and names the planet as Calantha. We shall finish the scans of the ring, leave them to be analysed, and investigate this signal further. The runner is now in orbit of Calantha. Only through archaeological proof and imagination can one depict a once flourishing civilization on the now desolate surface of this world. So unkind the passage of time appears to have been, that even the sturdiest buildings have been ground down to little more than dust. Indeed, if not for the faint signal, we would have never noticed this now utterly ruined world. The signal continues to pulse. It appears to be coming from a deep underground complex. Planet-side expedition will be required. Stepping off the shuttle onto the desolate surface of Calantha sent a shiver down my spine. The once vibrant landscape was now a haunting expanse of ruins and debris, as if some cataclysmic event had torn through the heart of this world. The air was heavy with an otherworldly silence, broken only by the distant hum of our equipment. The source of the signal was believed to emanate from an underground complex that lay beneath the shattered ruins of what appeared to be an ancient city. We would find the origin of the signal and uncover any information or remnants of the civilization that once called this place home. Great stone doors once barred entry to the facility that we believed was housing the signal. Now shattered and in ruins, we could simply walk in. But whoever or whatever once built this place certainly had an eye for architecture. This place was quite something. We descended a set of crumbling stone steps. Our torches cut through the darkness as we entered the underground labyrinth. The air down here was damp and musty, and the air scrubbers on my suit were working overtime, filtering out the toxins that laced the air. Scanners showed that this place likely suffered horrendous chemical weapon attacks. One member of my team speculates these chemicals were not designed to target flesh, but synthetic materials, plastics, and metal composites. Perhaps the people that once lived here were synths. As we ventured deeper, the distress signal grew stronger, guiding us through the winding passageways. The walls seemed to pulse with an eerie luminescence, casting strange shadows that danced across the stone. With every step, I could feel a sense of unease gnawing at the edges of my mind. The knowledge that we were the first to set foot in this place, in countless eons, sent a chill down my spine. The deeper into the complex we got, the greater a sudden and undeniable sense of mortality appears to have become. It continues to gnaw at us. Psionics perhaps, but it remains unclear. But nevertheless, the notion continues to press and linger at the back of mine and the rest of my team's psyche. Life is fleeting. Someday, all of this is going to end. I cannot explain why I feel this way, nor can the rest of the team. We continue to press on, despite the ill feeling. After what felt like days, but in reality was only mere hours, we entered a vast chamber, the heart of the complex. The signal was now a constant, haunting tone that resonated throughout the air. My team and I began to scan the area, searching for any signs of life or clues to the nature of the disaster that had befallen this place. As we worked, a sense of reverence settled upon us, a realization that we were standing on the precipice of history, unraveling a story that had been buried in the annals of time. It was clear that the civilization that had built this complex was advanced. I couldn't help but wonder what had led to their downfall. A catastrophic accident? Conflict? Or something else entirely? We soon found a room beneath the central chamber. This was the source of the alien signal. This room was dominated by an ornate but crumbling tombstone. Its surface was fractured and shattered, as if a force of unimaginable power had rent it asunder. The remains of alien machinery lay strewn across the ground, the purpose and function a mystery to us. It appears that the tombstone was inscribed with strange symbols. Our initial translation is sketchy at best. It speaks of a person of great importance, of a life's work worthy of remembrance and veneration, and of a civilization in mourning. Towards the end of the translation, the text becomes very odd, speaking of grief-induced leakage of bodily fluids, and their subsequent dissipation due to weather conditions. Only the very last part has been successfully translated so far. It reads, "Time to die." A final discovery has been found while excavating the site, an audio file, slightly garbled, but nevertheless, I shall play the translated version for you now.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire off the shoulder of Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhäuser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain.
My lords, I'm sad to say that Dr. Decker and his team never discovered the true purpose of the T-Gate, but they remain in system, excavating more of the ruined planet, and any insights will be reported in due time. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you want to hear a story about some brain slugs, please click the video on screen now.